she'll actually go to like a place where boat-offs go, cast-offs go. It's going to be a hut or somewhere close by, actually, not too far from where they are now, where they have all the, wonderful amenities of 3 meals a day and a shower and, books and TV and stuff like that, where they'll just hang out until the show's done.
Interesting.
Each vote out, another person will join her.
Bro, we should go on the show together, okay? Be at each other's throats the entire time. Convince everybody to vote for the other person. Be the first 2 people off, and then just chill and do our show. And
just be like, this is what we wanted.
Mixties presents the Popcast.
Hey, my name is Brian, that is Shane, and this is the Popcast. And today, we're talking about Survivor Season 35, episode, I forget. It was last night's episode. A lot of crazy stuff happened. It was one of those episodes that makes you realize right then and there that you'll be watching Survivor for a long time. That's for sure.
Yes. If you're not watching the show and you're tuning in with us just because you like to hear us talk, do yourself a favor. Go back and if you're using CBS All Access, it's there, and just binge watch the previous episodes. I'm telling you, you're not going to be sorry. It is fantastic television. This season is fantastic. Yeah. You need to go watch it.
And if you know us, we rarely say something is fantastic. We're usually complaining about it.
That's true. Usually complaining about it.
Yeah. Last night's episode was great. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but Desi did go home, and we're going to talk about why this episode.
And, yeah, she was her own worst enemy here.
Yeah, I actually think that they made a huge mistake when they let Joe off the hook.
Oh, huge mistake.
Yeah.
And I was interested, if you watch who voted for Desi at the end and who voted for Joe, I was really surprised because it was mostly men who voted for Desi, right? I obviously feel like they could beat Joe in challenges, and it was women mostly who voted for Joe, and Joe's own teammates voted for Joe.
Well, yeah, when it came to the tiebreaker, that had to have been like a moment where like, oh hell yes. We can now, guaranteed, we're going to be able to vote out Joe. And at that moment, I was like, well, it's tiebreaker. It's Desi versus Joe. Those are only 2 people on the chopping block at this moment. So just get rid of Joe. It's done. He didn't use an idol. There's no way he can survive this one. Get rid of Joe. And somehow, that cockroach survived. And they voted up Desi. Huge mistake, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is how people win this game.
Yeah.
This is how it happens.
Which we're going to talk about Ryan, too, because, whoo.
Yeah, he's definitely got Desi's vote. Because when she got voted out, he told her, he goes, I didn't flip on you.
Oh, yeah.
So now Desi's going back to the jury, already with Joe in her pocket. If he makes it to the end of the show, he'll definitely get her vote.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Before we get right into the recap, let's talk about 1600 sub challenge. Like I said, only a few hundred more subs to go, and we hit this number. It was going to be obviously our biggest number yet. We gave away at 800. We gave to Siberian Winks. Gave her 3 premiere tickets to Star Wars. We're paying for their dinner, their popcorn, their candy, etc., etc. So if you think that's good, then think about how great the 1600, the 1600 sub challenge is going to be. It's going to be fantastic. In fact, when we get to 1 million subs, I'm pretty sure we're giving away a car. I got to be honest. I don't know where you go from there.
No, I'm going to say it right now. If we ever get 1 million subs, we're giving away a car. How about that?
Okay. Shane just called it. If we ever get 1 million subs, we're giving away a car.
We're giving away a car.
In like a year and a half, when we have 1 million subs, you're going to wish that no one remembers this episode.
No, I'll be giving them my car is what's going to happen. I'll be like, well, okay, I can't buy one, but here's my car.
Here's my car. You don't want my car. My car is, I call her the old Steel Faithful. It keeps moving, but it's not pretty. Okay, guys, let's get right into Survivor. Just so you guys know, we are going to be back tomorrow with Orville, non-spoiler review of Justice League, which we're going to be seeing in about an hour from now, and a spoiler review on Saturday of Justice League. We're super excited about it. Justice League is going to be fantastic. And on Monday, we have a very special theory show for you. And so if you're a sci-fi Star Trek fan, tune in for that. Let's get into this. We open up with night mode. I know that they're doing the night mode thing more often. I like the night mode thing. It's a good way to start off, like, it's like right after the last tribal council. They're talking, everything's in night mode, and, you know.
Yeah, no, this is very normal for Survivor. So usually the first thing you see after tribal council is what happens when they get back. And so you definitely usually see the night mode the first beginning of the episodes, especially in these when you're down to individual, when everybody's fighting for themselves.
Right. Joe here he's literally telling everybody, like, well played, good job. I guess he was not expecting Jessica to be the one that went home that week. I mean, I wasn't expecting either. I'm a little blown away.
And now, you know what's funny about Joe here? I think he was honestly impressed.
Yeah, that they backstabbed Jessica?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was too.
So I think he was, this guy is a snake, man, all the way around.
Yeah, he was like, impressive. Good snakery. Yeah.
It's like, wow, way to go. Yeah.
Way to go. You really got that chick. Yeah. And, you know, even Ben tells Chrissy, nice move. Ben and Chrissy are very close. And a lot of the episode's about this guy. So I like how the first interview that come out is with Ben. Ben is a player, and his backstory is, I think Joe said it, man, is enough to win him the game because he's like a Marine and a hero and nice guy, and people are going to want Ben to win. I mean, shoot, I have a bet going where someone else wins, and I want Ben to win. So,
right, and, you know, that's why the people in that he played with are the ones who vote for them. So that's why it's so important. The person who wins this game, America's not voting for this person. It's the people he played with that vote for the winner. So your game has to be really, really good. But at the same time, you don't want anybody to hate you because you want them to vote for you at the end.
Right.
So that has a lot to do with who wins it. That's why it's typically not the nice person that wins and not the evil person that wins. It's the person who was the most, who made game decisions.
Right.
And that's why I think Ryan is probably sitting on top of the heap right now.
Yeah, no. And, you know, you picked a good guy there, Shane. You know, I feel like I might lose this bet. And I'm going to have to do double the punishment. In case you guys didn't know, we bet on 2 contestants. Originally, I bet on Patrick, and he bet on Lauren. The following week, literally the following week, Patrick was booted off the island. And then we changed the bet, and now he's going for Ryan, and I'm going for Mike. And here's the problem. Ryan's clearly a better player than Mike. Mike's skating by on being, you know, out of the way. So, not looking good.
We'll see, though. Anything can happen, my friend. All I want to say is, wouldn't it be cool if Lauren and Ryan were playing against each other in the finale? Both of the people I picked. That'd be so cool.
That'd be cool for you. I don't really like Lauren.
I mean,
all right.
Yeah.
So Joe is he's trying to mend his social game because he has definitely got a bullseye on his back, and he wasted his immunity idol last week. So he does not have an idol, and people want him gone. So that's why I was so surprised that when everybody was given the chance to get this dude off the island, they chose someone that was not really a threat to them.
Yeah, well, Desi won the previous immunity idol, and then she was in the top 3 of this immunity idol, and I think that made people nervous. Joe, he didn't come close to winning either immunity, and so they might have been going, well, we could probably beat him in the immunities, but we're not going to be able to beat Desi. And Joe, he did repair his social game to some degree in this episode. You know, he toned totally back. He ate last. He was a little bit different. He wasn't as cocky, right? And the attention was really more focused on the other fool on the show instead of him.
Yeah, I gotta say, him choosing to eat last because he didn't participate in the immunity challenge was a great move. Like that.
Yeah.
That really put him in a good place. Like people are going to start looking at, if he keeps this up, they'll start looking at him as the scoundrel with a heart kind of guy. So like,
yes,
instead
that's
of
a
like
good place to be.
the evil guy, he's going to be like, yeah, he's annoying, he's manipulative, he's, all this, but he has a good heart. And you're going to be like, yeah. I know,
Yeah, that's
we
why
know it was manipulation, but, the audience.
Well, that's why the good guys always complain about guys who are jerks, who do one good thing and then get like all kinds of accolades for it.
Right.
But the guys who are nice all the time, kind of, that's kind of how that works.
This guy, Ryan, yeah, he was not happy with, I forgot what it was. He wasn't happy about something. But he definitely gets a huge benefit this episode. All right, Lauren finds, this is the last week when they were given nails and whatnot. Cole was actually pulling from the nail bundle to like nail
and
things.
Looking for it.
And at the same time looking for this. While he had the nails in his hand, he did not see it for some reason. Cole is such an idiot. Lauren just comes across it, and, this secret advantage. How does the secret advantage work, Shane? I'm a little confused.
Okay, so basically, she's able to turn in this piece of paper during the next vote. So she wouldn't get a vote at the next tribal council, but at the following tribal council or another tribal council, she would get 2 votes.
Ah.
So it could be advantageous for her
at
a later time.
So
if she's willing to take the risk now.
Yeah, and the less people, the more chance at ties and split votes. So having
2 votes is a huge deal.
Yeah, okay, I get it. She's not telling anybody, by the way. Not yet. She eventually tells Ben, I think, because he wants her to vote a certain way. She's like, listen, I can't vote this time. Then we get to the first challenge. This is the challenge for the reward challenge. And they break it up into teams. Basically, if you look here, you start at the very bottom where the red and blue dots are, and you got to climb up that contraption, get to the top, and then use the slingshot to slingshot a pouch of something against the targets placed behind them. So
that was different.
Yeah, I sort of wanted to try this. I was like, I want to try that. We start off, and the first team. All right, you got Ryan, Chrissy, JP, Cole, and Devin. It's funny, because these, I feel like it was stacked a little bit. Like you got like these 3 big like athletic dudes versus Ben and Mike.
Well, no, it was random though. It was totally random.
It was random, but definitely RNG played more to these guys than these guys.
Yeah, if there was any surprise that but you also have Desi there who's a competitor. So you're right though. They were definitely disadvantaged and they didn't win. So
yeah, and they didn't win. And this
Joe
guy
got the pass.
Joe's like, hey, I don't gotta play. I'm gonna automatically go eat spaghetti.
Hey.
And that is a good shot. Hey,
what do I say? What do I do?
All right, so they're off. Ryan starts off like just booking it, man. And this guy, you know what I like about Ryan? He knows he's not good at the slingshot stuff. So he flies up there and then slingshots and then comes on down. And Chrissy does the same thing. Flies up there, slingshots, doesn't hit anything, comes back down. And then the next person up there is Cole, who gets...
But Ben is, for the other team, Ben is continuing to fire.
Yeah, and Ben goes up there and just keeps firing while they're already on their third person, who gets basically an instant hit, hits that middle one. And then next up is Devin, and I like their strategy. Like instead of one person doing it over and over again, they were just like, let's just get to JP, Cole, and Devin, because they're the athletic ones.
Makes sense. Well, the other team was stuck, I guess then.
Yeah, the other team, they did. There was a point where they're in the lead. They had 3 targets to Blue's 2. but then they couldn't get past the 4th and 5th target, and Blue just kept it. JP, man, guy's an athlete, bro.
He's really good at these target things too.
Just kept hitting the targets like without fail. Yeah, and Blue Team won. And of course, that means that Joe gets to join them because he was not part of that. He was the odd man out. And not only that, he also gets to choose who is going to eat first and who is going to eat last. He gets to choose the order of their eating. You know what's really funny? I would have been like, yeah, Cole is going last. That dude's, you know. But he chose Devin first because Devin's a nice guy and he did good in the challenge, and you know he had all his reasons.
Well, it feels like he can sway him. Maybe he's pleased game plan.
Right. It was smart for him to go last, but I think the reason he didn't get the immunity was because he went last.
Yeah. So if he had gone sooner, he probably would have found it.
Mm-hmm. And Devin's like, he just digs in, man. That guy takes like that entire portion of spaghetti. That dude eats like a 4th of it.
He ate a lot. Yeah, I was looking at it. I'm like, man, he really did tear into that thing.
Yeah, but he did not eat enough to see the clue. But you know who does? Cole sees the clue. Cole is the second person to eat, sees the clue, but because Cole is a straight idiot, he decides to use the napkin that was holding the baguette and to cover up the plate and then put the spaghetti on top. What is the very first thing that Chrissy does when she gets there?
She looks.
The very first thing is she looks under the napkin. And then so does this guy. And Ryan, the only smart one there, he looks
apparently.
Dude. He lifts up the napkin, sees the clue, and takes and buries the plate. Like immediately.
Yeah, takes it back into the woods. Yeah.
Which means that Joe, being the last one to eat, and there's not much there left to eat. That sucks. I just saw that right now.
Right.
Not only is there not much to eat, but he also does not even see the plate. So.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Chrissy let the plate stay. Kind of surprises me.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, well, maybe she thought maybe Cole saw it. Maybe. Because Cole did see it, by the way. Cole saw the clue. But
she knew Joe was coming. I'm just a little surprised that she didn't think she could get rid of the plate. But
yeah, well, Ryan, he obviously didn't care.
He didn't care.
He gets back and he's talking to Chrissy in like small whispers, and Cole, the retard, he's like, "You guys are whispering over there. What are you guys whispering about?" Obviously.
What's up with Chrissy? Unable to. Why does she feel like she thinks that she can talk to people? She did the same thing to Ben during the Outback Steakhouse thing, where she's like trying to strategize with other players laying right next to her or sitting right next to her. It's just like some people just believe that everything else is oblivious around them. They can say whatever they want. And Chrissy strikes me as one of those people.
It's narcissism, bro. It's narcissism.
I see that in her.
So she's talking to Ryan like right next to
Cole.
Look
at that. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're 3 inches away from each other. So listen, if you guys didn't read that, the idol is buried at the base of this flag. This flag that you were seeing. So
back at camp.
At camp, it's buried at the base of that flag at camp. So when they get back, Ryan's like, I gotta get that stupid idol. You know? So it's funny. I'm gonna go back here real quick. Cole tells everybody he's gonna go pee. Immediately, I thought, well, he's gonna go get the idol, but no, the idiot was actually going to go pee. He actually went.
I know. So it's like, why is not the first thing you did when you got off that boat? Just go straight over there, especially when you know other people. I mean, maybe Cole didn't think other people saw it, but then he heard him whispering. If I was Cole, I would have been like, it don't matter. I'm a target. As soon as I got off the boat, I would have ran straight to the flag.
Dude, I would have made sure I was the last person in that line of people walking, and then just hung back and immediately started digging. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that too.
So the second Cole goes to go pee, Ryan's like, this guy's an idiot. He's going to go pee. I'm going to get the stupid idol. And he goes, he gets the idol, puts it in his pants, and he tells Chrissy to cover it up. Chrissy didn't hear him, I don't think, because Chrissy starts getting down there to dig, and Cole sees her and just barrels out there like a bat out of hell.
Like a crazy man, yeah.
You're right. And Chrissy's calling for JP's help because Cole is all over her, and notice that JP does not come to help her.
I noticed that, yeah.
But Ben does.
It's Ben.
Ben's the first person. Yeah, he gets over there and he's fighting with him, and the sign gets knocked over, and then Joe's in there.
Look at all these people.
Joe's trying to find it, and the whole time, guys, look at the guy in the back. The guy standing next to. So JP is just laughing. He thinks it's a big joke. The guy next to him is Ryan. That guy has the idol in his pants, and he's watching this bedlam take place.
Hilarious, and nobody knows it.
Well done, Ryan. I got
well played,
nothing but respect for this guy. And no one knows it. Even better guys, now they think that Cole did get it and he put it in his pants. So now they think Cole has it and that Ryan was just standing by watching. It could not have been a better setup. No one but Chrissy knows that Ryan has the idol, and Chrissy isn't going to say anything.
Yeah, it was a real gangster move. I don't even think Chrissy knows that Ryan has the idol. I don't think she saw him get it. She honestly thought that idol was in the ground because she was digging furiously.
Yeah, she was.
So I don't think she knew, because she wasn't there when Ryan got the idol. When Ryan tucked it into his pants, he was stepping away from the flag when Chrissy walked up on him. And that's when he said, cover it up.
If anybody saw Ryan get the idol, it was JP. I didn't get a shot of it, but he was right.
Oh, maybe.
He was on the beach really close to Ryan. But JP doesn't really pay attention to stuff.
Right, yeah, so it's hard to tell. I don't think anybody knew that he had the idol, because you'll see in the previews for next episode that Ryan actually starts telling people, and it looks like it's going to backfire on him.
Oh, damn it, Ryan.
Yeah.
JP didn't even come to help Chrissy. Chrissy was like, JP! He's like, good luck, dude. But JP, Ryan, and Chrissy are tight, right? So Ben's talking to what's this guy's name? Cole. And he says, probably wasn't the smartest thing, bud, to go over there and act all crazy about the idol and then walk away, tucking your pants in like you have it. So they think that Cole has it. At this point, Ben is making everybody assume that Cole has the stupid idol.
And Ben really thinks he does.
Oh, yeah, Ben thinks he does. Now, we're off to the immunity challenge. Interesting challenge, I might add.
2 weeks in a row, stamina.
Yeah, Desi won it last week, so I thought she would get pretty far this week, because she did. She got like third place, right? So what you had to do basically was, you see that little figurine? That's being held up by a piece of wood or something, and that wood is being balanced by a very long pole that you hold while standing on a very thin strip of wood. You have to balance the figurine while balancing yourself, and doing that all in like a period of like 20 and 30 minutes, because like they start off and every like 10 minutes they back up a little farther, so it becomes a little harder. It's a difficult challenge, that's for sure. I love this. When Chrissy was standing there, that there was a bug crawling on her. I would have lost it, bro. I would have been like, I'm done. And I know I'm a big fearless man and all that nonsense, but I wouldn't want a bug sitting on my arm.
Not even sitting, crawling up it. You don't know what it is. You can't see it. Yeah.
Okay, so next up is let's see who wins this. Oh, I love this shot of Ryan. He kept like a lizard. He kept like licking his nose. You guys see that?
He looks like a camel. He looks like a camel right there.
Yeah, the camel got a couple. The camera got a couple shots of his long tongue going up and like licking his nose. I just thought it was interesting.
That's pretty interesting. They actually had a part where they showed his heart beating.
Oh yeah, I got a
And
shot
you know how
of that.
skinny you have to be? You got that shot?
Yeah.
Do you know how skinny you have to be for that to happen?
Yeah, right there. Yeah, you have to be, dude. My daughter has HRHS and she's real skinny. So when she gets winded, you can see like her chest quivering like this, the same as his.
Yeah.
It's weird, but like you have to be like ridiculously skinny, almost malnutritioned for this to show up without a heart problem. I had to look it up afterwards.
Yeah.
It's not normal for for you to be able to see your heart moving.
It was totally trippy. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that looks like what's funny? He also has like a little scar right there too. I wonder if he has a heart problem.
Possible.
Because that looks like a scar that my daughter has too, in a very similar spot. Anyways,
But Jeff, man, he's pretty brutal during these competitions. He points out everything. It's almost like he wants them to fall or fail.
Oh yeah.
Even Joe was like, Jeff, you're killing me.
Jeff, don't even care, man. Dude, I love this.
Yeah, I think it's pretty fun.
So Ben got knocked out, Ryan got knocked out, Mike, bunch of people got knocked out. Where's that shot? I gotta find this shot. It is. Oh man, I guess I didn't get it. There's a shot where Joe gets knocked out, and Jeff is like, "All right, Joe's out. He does not have immunity. He is vulnerable tonight."
Yeah, I know, right?
And Joe's like, "Thanks, Jeff. Thanks much, man. Thanks."
He's like, Jeff, you're killing me.
Yeah, he's like, "Jeff, you're killing me, man," because it's like because Jeff's reminding everybody that they can vote Joe off. Yeah.
Right.
And then Cole won. I love this shot. Look at Cole is literally surprised that he won something.
Yeah, he was focused though, man. He was locked in. He was not
locked.
moving.
He was locked. He knows because he's on the chopping block. That's why he's scared.
Yeah, he looks scared. Look at him.
Yeah,
he still looks scared.
Yeah, he does. This is still a cockroach, man. I'm gonna stop talking about Ryan. Look, man, he got the idol. He's safe. But even if he didn't have the idol, he would still be safe.
Yes.
Nobody is gunning for Ryan.
It's like double immunity, man.
Right, because he's naturally immune. Like he's naturally immune. And now if something ever happens where it makes him no longer immune, the guy got a get out of jail free card. Unless he uses it to save Chrissy, which we might see that, bro.
I would be shocked if the only way he uses it on Chrissy if he knows 100% that he's not at risk.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's dumb enough to use it for somebody else and then be taken out. Which I've seen happen before. I've seen people use idols on someone else and then themselves end up getting voted out.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I would hate for everything Ryan to have accomplished to go down because he likes somebody. That would suck.
Yeah, I don't think he likes anybody enough for that to happen. But
well, Ben is let me just pull this up a little bit so you guys can see it. He said something here that I had to get a shot of. He says, yeah, in reference to Joe, he says, I really don't like that guy. Because they're having an argument because Joe basically accuses Ben of swearing on the Marine Corps when it came to like, I won't vote for you, I'm going to vote for this person, whatever alliances. Joe accuses Ben of swearing on his Marine Corps. He was a Marine. And that is a massive offense to military because they take it so seriously.
Yeah, Joe really pushed his buttons here.
Yeah.
And got what he wanted out of, unfortunately, and it's a little bit, it's not really very cool. The guy is a veteran. He's alluded to the fact that he suffers from some sort of probably PTSD or some sort of issues from being in war, which, it's no joke. It's a real thing. Take it from me. I got firsthand experience. And you would think that Joe would actually have a lot of experience with this as well, because he's a probation officer that deals with people who've been imprisoned and in rehabilitating them. And a lot of those people also had PTSD in the most recent couple of wars. So, it's not cool what he did here.
I gotta be honest. When they said Joe's a probation officer, I was like, yeah, I can see that. I mean, I'm not gonna speak for all probation officers, but I have a couple friends that are probation officers, and I would never want to be on the other side of their desk. They're great. They're good with me, but they are not kind to the people they're rehabilitating. That's for sure.
Gotcha.
And I'm speaking from knowledge of a couple. I only know two of them, but those two guys, they're not very kind to these guys. So I know this guy is supposed to be a healer, but I feel like a probation officer is a pretty far healer, because a probation officer is more like someone that's going to keep you in check so you don't go back to jail. It's not so, their job is not to heal your mind. Their job is to make sure you don't mess up again. More like
That's
more
true.
Like a corrections officer.
That's true, and that's kind of the way it's always gone down. I'd be curious. I have very little experience, if actually zero experience, with probation officers, so I can't really speak there.
Yeah, I've never had a probation officer, but I know two guys. Our little brother is works in a similar. I don't want to talk about it too much, but he works in a place where the courthouses and jails are involved. And
listen, if you feel the need to make these stories up, then that's fine about probation and stuff. I mean, listen, you don't need to cover it up, man. It's all good.
And a couple of the guys that I attend our local community center with are friends of his that are also correction officers. So
Gotcha.
Yeah, probation officers. So, like I said, they don't have a whole lot of respect. I wouldn't say respect, but more like the people that they have to take care of are not people that necessarily want to be taken care of. So, different kind of healing. Moving on. Yeah, and Joe is just being a total douchebag here, and it's pressing all Ben's buttons, like literally.
Oh, Ben is so triggered here. He's not even saying straight sentences.
No, I don't give what you hope. He obviously wants to beat up Joe, which is why I'm so confused as to how, when you had the chance to get rid of Joe, you didn't take it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Well, listen, they're at tribal council, and
so the whole lead up, just real quick, the whole lead up got us thinking that it's possible that Ben might be up on the block.
Right.
So that's important.
Right, because of that interaction with Joe, and some of the stuff Joe was doing behind the scenes, I didn't get picture shots of it. It looked like Ben might be up on the chopping block, and the healers might be voting against Ben.
Yeah,
now,
Ben was frayed in this episode, and he showed weakness.
Yeah,
for sure.
Ben did get one vote. The voting started off, and Ben got one vote. I'm assuming that was Joe.
Yeah.
Nobody else voted for Ben. It was a roller coaster. It was like Ben, Cole, like Chrissy, or something like that. And then it was like Desi, Joe, Desi, Joe, Desi, Joe, Desi, Joe.
Yes.
And it was like 4-4, Desi versus Joe. So they did a split vote. I mean, a tiebreaker. And at that point, Desi and Joe cannot vote. Lauren wasn't voting. So only the other survivors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people, had to vote at that point versus Desi and Joe. Here's the crazy part. At that moment, one of those two people are gone, and one of those people is someone that almost everybody has a problem with.
No, wait, why did you say there were only 8 voters?
Because Lauren wasn't voting, and Desi and
I think
Joe...
she got the vote in the tiebreaker.
No, she didn't. It showed her doing the paper thing.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I thought I showed her with a vote.
No. She did the same thing where the second time, it actually showed her pick up the paper and then like push it off the table and then fake like she was putting something in the box.
Really? Okay, because the
Yeah.
first time she had to put the instructions that she received in the box as opposed to the vote.
Right, and she did that the first time, and the second time,
Mhm.
like she did this. Like imagine this, the paper. She was like off the table, and then she like lifted that thing up and like did the like putting nothing in the
Oh,
thing.
I missed that.
So she didn't vote, and Desi and Joe can't vote. So it's only the other 8 people. You have the chance of knocking off this guy that almost everybody hates. He only gets 1 vote, and the other doesn't matter. More than 4 votes.
One vote. No.
Oh, he got 2 votes?
No, he got several votes.
No, the second vote, bro.
The second vote, Desi only got 1 more vote than Joe.
Well, I thought they stopped once they got to 5 for Desi. They just stopped. She said that's enough to send you home.
Well, you got to watch. See, always at the end of these things, make sure you watch the last 60 seconds.
I did
'Cause
watch
it shows the vote
Oh, I see. Oh,
at the end of the episode.
All right. Well, either way, Desi got it. They didn't get Joe off, and I'm thinking like, okay, who voted for against Joe then? We know Ben would
It was
have.
girls.
So the girls.
It wasn't.
voted.
It was the guys voted against Desi. The
Why?
girls voted against Joe.
Why?
I don't know. Mike voted against Joe. Also, so it was Mike, and it was Cole. Is it Cole? Is that his name?
Cole, the idiot.
Yeah, the idiot. He voted against Joe. And also Chrissy and the girl there in the middle. I just forgot her name.
Ash.
They all
Ashley,
voted for
whatever.
Joe.
Ah, so Ashley, Chrissy, Mike, and Cole. Weird. You would think Cole would not have voted for Joe.
Yeah, so I'm confused. Maybe one of those girls voted for because you said that Lauren didn't vote. I assumed that Lauren voted.
No, Lauren did not
So
vote.
I need to go back and look at that.
Yeah, Lauren definitely didn't vote. They made it really clear when she pushes the thing off the table and then fakes the toss. All right.
But I know for sure Mike and Cole and Chrissy voted for Joe to go home.
Now, why didn't Ben vote for Joe? Like, what the hell?
I don't know. It's something we just don't know.
Ah, it's so weird. Okay, so Desi goes home. Yeah, okay, so here's the first part, bro. You see that little note next to her hand? This was the very first vote. And that's when she rolls up that piece of paper and she puts the other thing in there. And Desi's the one going home. And this is where Joe's like,
doing damage control.
yeah, yo Desi, I didn't flip you, baby girl. He basically was telling Desi that he didn't vote for her, so that if he's at the very end, he gets her vote for the win.
Right.
Interesting. Yep, and she gets a little tear in her eye, and he's putting her light out, and she's out of here. Desi's out.
The
off
tribe
the
has
show.
spoken.
So what is she now? She's a juror or something like that. What is that?
She's a juror. Yeah, so she's actually going to have to go to a jury. She'll actually go to like a place where vote-offs go, cast-offs go. It's going to be a hut or somewhere close by, actually, not too far from where they are now, where they have all the wonderful amenities of 3 meals a day and a shower and books and TV and stuff like that, where they'll just hang out until the show's done.
Interesting. That is
And each
interesting.
week, another person will, or each vote out, another person will join her.
And I want to go on that show and become the first one to be taken off, just so I get a free vacation.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Bro, we should go on the show together, okay? Be at each other's throats the entire time. Convince everybody to vote for the other person. Be the first 2 people off, and then just chill and do our
And
show.
just be like, this is what we wanted. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. All right, well, that's it. It was a really great episode. I really enjoyed it. Shane, really enjoyed it. It's definitely that episode that's going to keep me watching Survivor. I'm in it to win it. I can't wait for next week, man. It's going to be great. I don't have the preview for next week. I didn't even see it. I actually try not to watch those, so I'm surprised. But Shane watches those, and Shane,
I love him.
you did mention that Ryan is probably gonna make some mistakes next week.
He's definitely going to lose the trust of someone close to him.
Ooh. Chrissy?
I shall not speak another word.
Oh, he's saving the spoilers for next week. All right, guys,
That's right.
that's it. We have really enjoyed our time with you today. Please join us tomorrow. Of course, we're going to be reviewing Orville. We're also going to be talking about Orville's second season and the fact that the very last episode of Orville has been moved to the very first episode of season 2, and why that's important and why that's good. Some people think that's a bad thing. It's actually a very, very good thing. As someone who makes it, it's my hobby to know how the business of television works. I'm telling you right now, them skimming an episode for your second season usually means that the second season is not going to be your last season. It's a very good thing. That means that they're increasing the budget and they want to make the second season even better than the first. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. I'm going to go into all the details. We're going to talk about bottleneck episodes because we will see that next season. And all that good stuff. And in about an hour, Shane and I are going off to see Justice League. Woo! Woo-hoo! And right when we get back, we're going to do a quick spoiler-free review. And then on Saturday, we will have the spoiler review. So please join us tomorrow for all the goodness that we're doing. And enjoy Justice League if you're going to see it tonight.
Absolutely. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.